Hello again, everybody. This is Mr. Everything, and I'm coming at you with another one of my monthly channel updates. This being April, I wanted to kind of update you on what I've been doing over the last month or two and what's coming up in the next month or two. Alright, so if you're new to the channel, this is a wargaming channel. We do miniature wargaming, we even do role-playing, and I do computer gaming, anything miniature, painting, hobby related. So this is I call it a wargaming channel. So if you're interested in wargaming, miniature gaming, role-playing, board games, computer gaming, stick around to the channel, subscribe. But let me tell you what we've been doing, or what I've been doing. I've been doing a lot of a project called the Princeton Project. My Princeton Project is an American War of Independence project for putting together armies, as you can see on the table here, for Black Powder. Black Powder is a rule set by Warlord Games, and I really enjoy that rule set. It plays smooth, it's easy to learn, and you can get a lot of enjoyment out of it. I just enjoy it a lot. I used to play this game called British Grenadier, and British Grenadier had too many numbers to crunch, and it was too concerned about minutia that I was not concerned about. So I moved over to Black Powder. And so this last month or so, I've been rebasing and also putting together models that I had in the drawer to expand my line for American War of Independence. And I decided to do the Battle of Princeton. The Battle of Princeton is actually not a very large battle, but because that I'm not playing at a standard scale, I'm playing at like half scale. So that means the battle is actually twice as big, so I need more models. I'm playing at a 10-to-1, so every one of my figures represents approximately 10 men that were actually at the battle. So over this last month, you've been seeing me paint Continentals, you've been seeing me paint the British. I haven't actually had the camera over my shoulder while I was painting, but I was keeping you up to date on my progress on how many models I've got painted, where I'm at in the painting, and things like that. I have done painting tutorials in the past, so I didn't feel like I needed to do a painting tutorial for an American War of Independence figure. I did do a review on the Warlord Games Continental Army Infantry Regiment box and what was in that. I did do a review on that, and I did do a review on the Continental Militia box also. Those are currently being used in my armies. I think I did a video review on this foreground flock. I used it on a lot of my militia units over there, and a couple of my skirmisher units. This flock is great. It's awesome. It's too little, too expensive. So I like the flock. I think it's good. I'm using it, obviously. It's just way too expensive. You only get 10 ounces, or 10 grams. You get 10 grams, because it's metric, you get 10 grams for the same cost, or even more expensive than when I buy Bosch model railroading flock. I get like a big bag for the same or lower cost. So I think this is way overpriced. Great. I got a couple of books in. I got the new Black Powder rulebook, 2nd edition, and there's not a whole lot of changes, but in this upcoming month I'm going to be doing not a walkthrough tutorial like I did. We call those boot camps at this channel. And then I explain every rule in the book, basically by chapter, and I've already done that on the Black Powder 1st edition rules. I might do like a one video update to just the rule changes to the Black Powder boot camp. Also, a new game came out this very last year, and it was the Warlords of Nowhere, and it's a fantasy skirmish level miniature game, and I've got, as you can see behind me, I've got a ton of miniature figures for like D&D and Warhammer and things like that, and they're all individually based, and that's how this is played. This is a skirmish game. So, and you can use pretty much any figure. You can build an army using orcs or skeletons or Vikings, whatever you want. And I'm going to be doing a boot camp on this probably this month. I picked up a foreground late Saxon high medieval hovel. It's a lot like the Sarissa buildings, is that it's laser cut plywood. It looks like a laser cut wood, and then it's got this fir roof. I think was pretty cool. They call it thatch. Yeah, and this is actually like a fabric, kind of like this. So I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm going to be putting that together on camera. And I got about 4 or 5 of these Agincourt boxes from Perry Miniatures. I have the Foot Knights, the English Longbowmen, the English Knights, the French Mercenaries or something, and then I got these Agincourt Mounted Knights, which can go on either side, really. It's just however you paint them up. I'm going to be doing a review on the quality of these. I haven't even opened these boxes yet, but I'm going to, and we're going to do a review on these, and then I'm also going to put them together. Probably, I was going to do it for Hail Caesar, but there's no real rules for these yet in Hail Caesar. They don't have a campaign book for the late medievals. They've got early medievals, but not like late medievals. And so, yeah, this is 1450 to 1429. They don't have anything for that right now. I think they have the rules. They just don't have army lists or scenario books or campaign books for that. But I can use this for the Warlords of Nowhere, so I might be mounting them individually as a skirmish game kind of thing. I don't know. I'm gonna when I look at them, we'll figure it out. Okay, I also did a whole series of Sarissa building construction videos. That was last month, and as well as this Renedra Church. I did that as a tutorial, and we did the railed bridge as well as part of the Sarissa line. I did a flag review on flags from Perry, Warlord, and GMB being the best. I explained how I'm basing them using the 80mm pikes from Hail Caesar as flagpoles. We built a terrain table for the Princeton project. Did that on video. I got the role-playing game, The Fantasy Trip by Steve Jackson Games. Finally, the Kickstarter kicked off, and we got that in, and we've been playing. We've had a couple of game sessions. We play that every Thursday night. So come in, check out on Thursday night. We're either going to be playing miniature games, role-playing games, card games, board games, any kind of gaming. We're going to stream that live on Thursday nights from 5 to 10 usually. And on Friday nights, I stream Star Citizen live. So if you want to check out what Star Citizen's all about, it's a computer game that's still in alpha, and so it's still in production. So there's a lot of bugs and stuff, but I have access to it. So I stream it, and so you get to see that and ask me questions about it or what have you. Just enjoy the fun. It's sci-fi, first-person shooter, MMO, flight sim, open world, economy simulator, social game. I don't know. It's it's pretty cool. Multi-cruise ships. Yeah. Now I play other computer games and I stream them from time to time. So come onto the channel and check them out. One of the newest things that just happened, I haven't put a video up, but I will be doing that this month, probably tonight actually. There's a game out there called Phoenix Point. And Phoenix Point Backer Build 4 just came out, and there's a lot of hype about the fact that they are on the Epic Play Store, which there is a lot of people complaining about that, and I don't know what their gripe is. These guys are a bunch of whiny babies. They're babies. So I'm gonna. That's why I want to make the video. I want to make this a video so I can call them a bunch of whiny bitches. All right. Now, when I was ordering my flock, to be able to get free shipping, I needed to add just a couple dollars more to get free shipping, and I ordered that from Hobby Link. So if you go to Hobby Link Models, they do a lot of railroad stuff. That's their main name to fame, really. But they do model kits and everything else. And I saw that they had a couple of artillery tanks in 156 scale, like less than half price. And not clearance, but they had like a huge sale on these artillery. Might have been clearance, because they had the World of Tanks stamp on them. But I don't care about that World of Tanks stamp. I just wanted the 156 scale tank, and they were like $15. And they're model kits, you got to put them together, but they're super easy to put together. They're like 2 parts. You go boop boop, done. Well, not exactly, but I'm going to do a review on that this coming week. I got the Sherman and I got a Panther, right? And so these guys, yeah, you saw my King Tiger that I did a few months back. And I do that for a game called Bolt Action, because 156 scale is 28 millimeter. So 28 millimeter is 156 scale. So if you see a 156 scale model kit and you want it for, and you want it for your black powder, or not your black powder. Well, you could use a model kit that was 156 for anything that's 28 millimeter. So if you find a building that's 156, or you find a tank or a Jeep or whatever, it's all going to work. Okay, last month we were doing Traveler, the science fiction role playing, and that was going over pretty good. We were having a good old time, but then a lot of my players just disappeared off the face of the world, and so and they stopped showing up because of reasons. So got some new players, and then the fantasy trip hit my door, and I figured it was a perfect opportunity to switch over to the fantasy trip to show them this fantasy game, and also get everybody like a fresh start, And we've got some good players right now, and we're having a pretty good game every Thursday night. You should come check that out. But I promised myself, about once a month we'll actually not role play on Thursday night. What I'll do is we'll set up some kind of miniature game. It could be a American War of Independence game. It could be a fantasy game. It could be Black Powder or Bolt Action. It could be, it could be a card game night. It could be something else, but it'll be alternative to role playing. Okay, now I play a lot of War Thunder. I play War Thunder like almost every day. It's a computer game, but I don't stream it, or I don't record the videos. I don't know why I don't, because I just have a good time playing that. I could just turn the camera on and just start recording it, and then maybe upload it later or something, because you never know. I might get some amazing match where I kill everyone single-handedly, and I wish I would have had that recorded. So, which has never happened. But I did have one battle where I killed like 10 guys, and to me that was that's really good at War Thunder. Anytime I get anything more than 5, I'm like, yes, that was good. Usually I'm getting 1 or 2 kills. Nothing special. Like last night I got 4 kills. That's pretty good, but. But yeah, so I'm probably going to start recording that more often and uploading that as well. And there's another game coming out called Xenonauts that I am a big fan of, and I'm waiting for Xenonauts 2 to come out. I'm waiting for that to get released, and when that does, I'll be doing some video. I thought that was going to be in the next month or 2, but it hasn't come out, so don't know what that's all about. And so I'm just still waiting for that. It's probably been pushed back. And I also love to do like terrain scratch building too. Like I'll do certain hedges or fences or walls or buildings or rubble or things like that. That we do that on the channel. I just haven't done that in the last month or so because I've been focusing heavily on these miniatures right here. Oh, the channel did get a second microphone. That was pretty awesome, and I did get a bunch of cameras. So now when we stream the game on the table, I actually have a camera up there. I have this camera that I'm using right here. I'm going to have another one at the end of the table. So I have 3 cameras, and then instead of taking my microphone off of my boom at the computer, I actually have a second microphone right here, so I can basically, so I don't have to keep detaching that and attaching it every Thursday and Friday night, you know. So I just used the second microphone. I have been selling a lot of my Napoleonic figures. I know that's not really focusing on the channel, but or the Wargaming channel, but I did sell a bunch of my Napoleonic figures, and that allowed me to get that microphone. It allowed me to get some extra figures, the buildings. I wish I didn't have to do that to progress my American War of Independence or my channel, like the cameras and the microphone. So, you know, guys, if you want to help support the channel and prevent me from getting rid of models that I've worked hard on for the games, that now I'm not going to be able to play any Napoleonics on the table because I don't have any Napoleonic figures anymore, because I had to sell them to finance this project. Now you'll get a chance to see this, no problem, and I'm going to focus pretty much on the American War of Independence. I have my Romans and my barbarians and stuff, and my Greeks. I'm going to hold off on selling those. I'm holding on to those. I want to keep them. I don't want to get rid of that. So, but I got a bunch of doubles and stuff on my fantasy figures that I don't need. I'll probably be dumping those too, but I don't know. All right, and if you are interested in a paint job, like if you want to commission me to paint a figure for you, I'll be glad to do it. I just finished painting this Dark Elf Warrior for a friend of mine. Yeah, it only took me, it took me about a week to decide on how I wanted to do it, and then it took me like 2 days to actually do it. So 110 day, yeah. And so if you're interested in getting some work done, maybe painted, maybe a figure painted or something like that, and I'll show you a close-up of this here in just a minute. But if you want some work done on a figure like this, just let me know. Communicate with me. We'll figure something out. Okay, so I think you're up to date on what we've been doing for the last month, maybe month and a half, and what we're planning on doing. Am I planning on running this or playing this down at NashCon? I could. That's something I've been thinking about. Like maybe I'll do it. NashCon's in August this year down in Nashville. I think I do want to run it down in NashCon. It will be finished. It's going to be finished probably this month. Maybe 2 weeks I'll have this finished. Because I'm going pretty quick. Well, maybe not 2 weeks. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. All right, guys. Well, thanks for coming out and checking out this channel update. I appreciate you. Just remember, I've got some Star Citizen on Friday nights. We got tabletop role-playing and board games and miniature games on Thursday nights. And throughout the week, I'll stream various videos. Like tonight, I'm actually going to video something about Phoenix Point. I do reviews on miniature sets, and we do tutorials on building, painting, flags, all that kind of stuff. So if you want to follow and subscribe to the channel, I really do I would really appreciate it. And if you want to help support the channel, be sure to hit the PayPal Me link in the description below, and every little bit helps. All right, guys. I'll catch you next month.